Making $1 million can be done in many different ways, and Naval Ravikant has his own approach. If you haven't heard of him, he's a smart person who talks about being happy, making money, and getting better in life. He's the boss of a company called AngelList and a big deal in the startup world. People really like what he says, and he's worth around $60 million US. Welcome to our channel called Financial Wealth. In this video, we'll be discussing how to become rich, following the advice of Naval Ravikant. Seek wealth, not money or status. Naval thinks that being rich means you can live life the way you want. Most people we know also agree with this idea. For him, it's not just about collecting money or trying to look important, it's about having the freedom to use your time as you like. In this case, being rich helps you have a long, healthy, and happy life. Ravikant tells people to aim to be financially independent. That's when you don't have to trade your time for money anymore, and you can do what you really love. Happiness is a skill. Naval believes that happiness isn't something you get from outside situations, but it's a skill you can learn. He often talks about meditation and mindfulness as tools to understand and control your own mind. According to Ravikant, happiness comes from inside you, and you can get better at it with practice and self-awareness. It's not just about having lots of stuff or achievements. He says there's a difference between inner happiness and the comfort that money provides. In this view, you should aim for happiness while also working to become rich. Don't think that money alone will make you happy, because it won't. This makes sense because when your mind is in the right place, it's easier to focus on making money and being financially free. Play long-term games with long-term people. Many people find this challenging. Naval often talks about the importance of playing long-term games, where you interact with others repeatedly, and the benefits grow over time. In business, this means building and nurturing relationships where both sides help each other, leading to trust and respect. For Naval, success and wealth come as a result of these long-term games, where your reputation is very important. He says that having a strong and healthy relationship with your business partners, clients, distributors, or manufacturers can lead to better deals for everyone. Embrace radical honesty. Naval believes in being completely honest, not just with others, but also with yourself. He thinks that being very honest helps build trust, simplifies life, and creates strong personal and business relationships. It makes decision-making easier and leads to a clear path in life. There's no room for pretending or uncertainty. You either understand things or you don't, and you need to be honest with yourself and others in both cases. Specific knowledge is key. In Naval way of thinking, having specific knowledge is really important. Specific knowledge means having a special set of skills or understanding that a person has learned. You can't usually get this kind of knowledge from regular school. Instead, it comes from being super curious and having lots of experience in one particular area. This knowledge is usually connected to a person's unique interests and passions, and it's not easy for others to copy or do by machines. Each person's specific knowledge is special and different. In today's world, where there's so much information and basic skills can be done by machines, having specific knowledge is more valuable than ever. Someone who tried and failed at 4 businesses but succeeded with one, which they then sold for millions, has more specific knowledge than all the people who graduated with an MBA. Leverage technology for scale. Naval really values technology, and he talks about it a lot. He says it's not just helpful, it's super important. According to him, technology is the way to make your skills more powerful and have a big impact on lots of people. Let's take an example. Imagine there's a skilled craftsman making special things in a workshop, and there's a digital designer making computer programs. Both of them are using their talents, but the digital designer can easily share their work with millions of people through the internet without much extra work or cost. The craftsman, on the other hand, has a hard time making lots of things because each one takes a similar amount of time and materials. For example, social media can turn a local person who's influential into someone known all around the world. And automation tools can help a small team do tasks that used to need a lot of employees. Naval says it's really important to understand and use this kind of power. He advises people who want to start their own businesses to learn things like coding, writing, and digital marketing. Not just because these skills are useful on their own, but because they can help you have a big impact. In a world where being able to reach lots of people is often what makes the difference between being successful or not, technology is the key that can help individuals and small teams make a big difference. Develop deep work habits. Deep work is a term made up by a professor and writer named Cal Newport. It means doing tough mental work without any distractions so you can use your brain to its max. In simple words, when you have important and hard things to do, you should make sure no one can bother you. It's just you and the work, no one else should interrupt you. Because once they do, it's really hard to get back to work with the same level of focus. Naval thinks that when you're deeply focused like this, you can do your most important and meaningful work. In a world where most of the work is quick and not too hard, like answering emails or going to unproductive meetings, being able to work deeply is like having a secret weapon. Deep work isn't just about getting things done at work. It's a way to have a happy and meaningful life. When you're in deep work mode, you can feel like everything is flowing smoothly, and you're deeply satisfied, which is rare in our world filled with distractions. Practice rational optimism. Rational optimism, which Naval Ravikant talks about, means looking at life in a generally positive and hopeful way, while still paying attention to what's real. It's different from being blindly optimistic, where you ignore problems and think everything will always be perfect. Rational optimism knows that there are challenges, but it stays focused on finding ways to fix things and believing that good things can happen. According to Ravikant, our mental state is something we can choose, even if we don't realize it. Rational optimism doesn't mean ignoring the bad stuff, it's about concentrating on the chances that problems bring and trusting that we can make things better. Detach from outcomes. Naval thinks that to be both rich and happy, you should not worry too much about the end result of what you do. Instead, you should put your focus, energy, and passion into the things you do every day. You should let the outcome happen naturally without making your happiness depend on it. For instance, if you start a business only to sell it and you believe that success means someone buying your company, there's a good chance your business will fail. That's because you don't really care about the day-to-day work, what makes your business great, and how everything fits together. This makes it tough to create something that people truly value. And finally, learn to sell and learn to build. Naval believes that if you can do one of these things, you'll do well. And if you can do both, you'll be super successful. It's important to not only have a product or service but also know how to promote and sell it. These skills come down to two important qualities: making things and convincing others. These qualities are really valuable in today's world. Thanks for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.